Take one.
Hello everyone, I'm excited for you guys to be here. This is the first video of many where we are interviewing Allie, first W-2 official Wes Web employee and everything joining us. I've known Allie for over a year and a half now and actually met her through a client, her brother. Allie has been awesome in just working with her and different things, and I'm really excited for her to be part of the team. I'm excited for you to meet her, and you might be a new employee in her same spot watching this video. What's today's date? October 6th?
6th, yes.
Yeah, October 6th, 2025. So if you're watching this 2030, it might be a little outdated, but I'm excited for you to meet her. She's joined the team. Thanks for joining me. I did not prep her for this. I told her about an hour ago of so this is something we're doing. This is something you're going to find out. And yeah, so I've got some questions for you just so they kind of have something to go off of, the background and everything. Tell us about yourself, where you're from, where'd you go to school, all those fun things.
Yeah, so my name's Allie. I grew up in Tamaqua in Lewistown Valley specifically. So if anybody's from the local area and knows Heisler's Dairy Bar, that was the OG, literally the only spot in Lewistown Valley to hang out. I grew up in a very small rural area. A lot of my childhood was going to church, singing in church, all of that kind of fun stuff. Went to high school. I was a big band geek. I played the flute and sing, so band and choir geek, and then ended up going to school for music education at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. That was college. After college, immediately after college, I got married. I only had a 6-week engagement. I met my husband in college, but he was from home. He was homeschooled, so I didn't know him then, but I got to join his family right after. We had no idea what we were doing with our lives. We just got married and we're we'll figure it out. So we both found jobs. We lived in Lancaster County for about a year. After that, we moved back home. I got a job at Commonwealth Charter Academy, which is an online cyber school, and that's where I was before I came to Wes Web. I worked there for almost 5 years, and we moved back to the area. Now I live in Nesquehoning, and during that time, I also got my master's degree in curriculum and instruction. I got my master's degree at Youngstown State University in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
I chose there because they did not have any in-person experience requirement for the master's degree.
Makes sense.
A lot of them in the state were you have to come here for a week in the summer, and I was I'm not doing that. So I think that's why I ended up going with that, and they did have a decent in program for curriculum and instruction, which at the time was what I was trying to get into, and then I did work in that, and now I'm leaving it. So.
But you're carrying a lot of
yes,
things
carrying a lot of
just
learning how to organize things, design. Overall, there's lots of transferable skills and communication and stuff like that too. It's just my husband and I right now, and we have 3 dogs, a cat, and 20 some chickens. My husband grew up on a farm, so he likes animals, but the animals are definitely all me. That's why we have all of them.
You are the chicken specialist.
Yes, so that's currently where life is at with us.
Nice. And I kind of spoiled it already, but how you found out about Wes Web was pretty cool. Just because your brother Andrew really connected you with because of the nonprofit Christlink and working with me there. And so funny thing, and I don't know if you know this, but a year ago, I had a 1099 leave me, and I was okay, I'm in good shape, but who would I hire if I was not in good shape? And I wrote down a list of people, and Allie was one of them, because I'm she's a hard worker and really on top of it. So that's when it was all right, I gotta remember this.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you would like to share? Just in general?
What's really interesting is... I actually don't think I ever told you this either, but what's really interesting about me landing in Wes Web is a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I was kind of frustrated with my job and, ranting to my sister about it, because my younger sister and I used to always just rant about, we're similar in age, we're only 2 years apart, so we'd be ranting about, I hate this about my job, I don't like this about my job. And I said to her, I think I need to just find something easy like marketing. I'm not saying marketing is easy, that like now that I'm in it, I'm like, oh, there's a lot more thought that goes into this than I thought. But I like specifically remember saying that and her kind of giggling and saying she thinks that the marketing people at her nursing home that she worked at are always having more fun than she is. So it's just so funny like how it came like full circle, and now I'm in marketing. So
I personally think marketing is way more fun.
Yeah, way more
There's
fun
the
than
satisfaction afterwards and everything, and
yeah.
Nice. All right, some fun and easy questions. Favorite football team?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, go Birds. Favorite TV show?
Right now it's Outlander.
Okay.
I like that story.
If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron.
What?
For
the soundtrack.
Well, that too, yes, that it has an amazing soundtrack. But when I was growing up, my sister and I loved horses. I still love horses. I don't have one because they're very expensive. But I would love to have one day.
So funny.
But that is the movie if I had to pick
Bryan
one.
Adams?
Yes. I would never get tired of that movie. It's such a good movie.
Okay.
I used to collect.
Spirit.
Yes, I used to collect Breyer horses. I gave them all to my nieces at this point, but I kept my Spirit one.
So I'm guessing that's your favorite movie. Let's go to that question. Would you rather live in your favorite book or favorite movie? And what is your favorite book?
Okay, so I probably wouldn't live in that movie though because I feel like it's too intense for my lifestyle. Like I'd be like.
The horse wouldn't like you for a while.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do well. Favorite book? I don't know if I have a favorite book at the moment. And if I do, it's probably cheesy because I don't read super serious books. The book series that's coming to my mind is one I read in high school, and it was kind of like The Bachelor, but for a princess. So I feel like that'd be pretty fun, like to be on a show like that and get to live in the castle. I don't know. So maybe that.
Do you have a weird food combination that you love?
I don't know if this is actually weird or if it's just weird for me because I'm a picky eater, but I have recently been obsessed with bell peppers and hummus. I don't think it's that weird, but it's weird for me because I usually don't branch out like that.
Oh, man. I don't know if I have one. That was my wife's idea, that question.
Yeah.
She has a weird food combination. I'm like, I just like food. What unique family tradition do you have? Or do you have one yet?
So this is actually my husband's family. It's like the most unique tradition. Kind of really scared me when they first did it when I was around. When they sing happy birthday, now he has 9 siblings, so happy birthday is happening quite often throughout the year, especially as like all the families are expanding and like they're all having kids. So they scream happy birthday as loud as they like. It's like a competition to see who can scream it the loudest.
We used to do that in youth group growing up, which like there were like 40 or 50 people just doing that when it was your birthday. It was weird.
But for me, it was really weird because
you had no forewarning.
I had no forewarning. I also am a vocalist, like I sing. So my family's very musical. So like when we sing happy birthday, it's very like together, like there's harmony, like everybody's on the same key. And then I go to his house and I'm like, oh, we're all just screaming. Like, okay.
That's awesome.
But now I'm part of it and I love doing it too.
Oh, that's really funny. All right, let's go to the digging deeper questions on for you right now, what's bringing the most joy in your life?
Honestly, just simple things. For so long, I was like, go, 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 go. You know, I finished college in 3 years because I didn't want to pay for a 4th year. Then I got married right away. We moved twice in like 2 years. So really just right now is just like taking a step back.
Chickens.
Like, yeah, hanging out with my chickens. Honestly, sometimes I just go sit and watch them because they're so simple and I wish I could be that simple sometimes. There's a trail up behind my house, just like taking walks on the trail. So anything that's like simple and as much as I love technology and I like that part of my job, anything that's simple and technology free right now is like what I'm trying to find the most joy in.
I think that's very normal for our industry.
Yeah.
For mine, it's like right now shooting bow with my daughter.
Yeah.
That's just like, I'm not plugged into anything. My phone's inside. That's awesome. What is a personal goal that you're working on right now?
Kind of goes with that is just like slowing down. Also, I just started sitting when I'm outside with like a journal and writing down like Bible verses or song lyrics from worship songs and things like that to kind of like calm my spirit a little bit. So anything that's like my personal goal is to learn how to be okay with silence and slowing down because I'm not good at doing nothing.
Yes, yep. And it's your first day, but you've been with us for a while. what is a work goal you have?
Work goal, I think, is just to get to know Wes Web as best as I can. I feel like I do know it a little bit already, but to get into like knowing the routines, knowing, this is like the structure. Mm-hmm. I always say, like, when I start a new job, it's not always about the daily structure for me, but the weekly routine. Like, what do you need to do week to week, month to month, the big picture stuff, getting to know that kind of stuff.
You said something a month or two ago that I was like, oh, that's a really good way to describe it. You said to me that, like, I've worked on all the separate pieces of a marketing campaign, but I want to get the big picture of all of it together. Yes. Which I think that's very true and very good for you to figure out, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, like this is what you do with a client from start to...
Yes, the whole
not
big picture.
Not end because you don't want the client to end, but start to, like, when you get into the weeds with things.
Yeah,
the routine.
And just figuring out that, like, developing the strategy as they grow and helping them grow and growing with them. It's very fun and satisfying on that end. But so now, going the other direction, if the internet did not exist, what would you want to work to be instead?
Something with animals, like farming, or maybe like even like a zoologist. I don't know. I've always loved animals, but just never went that direction. Maybe a vet. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to go to school long enough to be a vet. Yeah. So that's like kind of what deterred me from that. But
something with horses.
Yeah, something with horses. That'd be cool if they weren't $5 million and
Yes. So I'm curious if your answer will be similar for this one. If you could work in one industry, doing that industry's marketing, what industry would you pick?
I actually feel like for that, though, I'd say something with music if we lived in a bigger area and, like, there was a need for that, just because that's what I know best. So I feel like I'd be able to, like, relate to those people the easiest.
What do you enjoy most about digital marketing so far? Because you've been in it for over a year now and learning about different things, or web design. You can also go to the design route because you've been in that longer.
So far I haven't really done a lot of this because you've been managing it until I've transitioned a little more, but I think in general, just talking to so many different clients, I feel like it helps me to just have like different people to talk to, different things. It's not monotone.
Multiple projects.
Yeah, it's not monotonous. Like there's multiple things happening, so it keeps my attention.
I think that is common in the marketing industry. Very common. Final one on what are you looking forward to learning?
I think it just kind of relates back to like kind of what we were talking about before, like the big picture things. Okay. The big picture, like this is what it is, like start to finish, or start to whenever you get the client to that more routine point of view. Awesome. Well, Allie, I'm excited to have you on the team, excited to be growing with you and everything, and it'll be really cool if you're watching this video like years down the road, seeing it and being like, oh, that was Allie her first day, but now she's knocking it out of the park doing this web design stuff or this marketing stuff and everything, and we're excited to have her here. Yeah, thanks.
All right. Thank you guys. Take care.